You're no use to me anymore. Let's get a divorce. I'll be getting all the retirement money, probably over 250,000 USD. You're not planning to ask for any of it, are you? I was stunned by what Robert just said. This is your fault. You slack off on chores, make excuses, and act like you're too good for everything. I see, I replied calmly. Then please send me the divorce papers as soon as possible. What? Robert looked completely thrown off, like he hadn't expected me to go along with it so easily. Oh, here. I already have the divorce papers. I handed them to him, filled out my part quickly, and said while I was writing, "Make sure you take a good look at this." As soon as he did, his face went pale. My name is Susan, I'm 60, and I've been a housewife most of my life. My husband Robert is 65, 5 years older than me. Right now, we're about to get divorced. We first met at work. I had just finished junior college and joined the company where Robert worked. We ended up in the same department, and he was assigned to train me. He was tall, youthful-looking, and totally my type. I've always been into older men, so when we started dating, I was thrilled. A little while later, I found out I was pregnant, so we got married. We had a daughter, and I left my job to become a full-time mom, taking care of the house and raising our kids. Robert adored our daughter and always said, "I'm working hard for her." And he really did focus on his job. When our daughter was 4, our son was born. We had a sweet little family of 4 and were genuinely happy. Our daughter loved books and drawing, and our son was always into sports. We didn't have money for fancy activities, but I made it work, buying books and signing our son up for a local baseball team. I tried my best to support their interests. I cooked every day, packed lunches, handled school trips, and ran the house on my own. Years passed, and the kids grew up. Looking back, I feel like I gave it everything I had. Robert worked and made money, but never lifted a finger around the house, not even to wash a dish. Still, he didn't have a bad attitude, so I let it slide. Our daughter graduated college and got a job at 22. Our son did the same a few years later. At that point, I felt a deep sense of accomplishment as a mom. I was 48, and Robert was 53. We talked about enjoying our second life, traveling, picking up hobbies, and finally having more couple time. And for a while, we did enjoy ourselves. Life was good. But then, when Robert turned 60, things started to shift. It all began with one random comment. "You know, I've been meaning to say this. Are you just not good at cooking?" "What? Where's that coming from?" "I'm just tired of the same old meals all the time." "You've never said anything before. I've been trying to make stuff you like. There just aren't enough options. You've had years to get better. Why haven't you? Let me ask you something. Have you ever cooked even once? I've been cooking every day while raising the kids. A little appreciation wouldn't hurt." "Geez, relax. It's just a conversation." I am calm. You're the one who started making weird comments. Don't be so serious. I'm tired of this. Let's just call it quits. He picked the fight, and now he's acting like I'm the problem? What was that even about? That was just the beginning. After that, Robert started nitpicking everything around the house. "Did you even clean this properly? It's still dusty. You're not great at cleaning, are you?" "I'm doing fine. It's impossible to get rid of every speck of dust." "You're full of excuses. That's all you ever do anymore." No matter what I did, it was never good enough for him. He's never done housework, not once. If he doesn't like how I do it, why doesn't he do it himself? But he never did. Eventually, he started criticizing everything I did. So you know what? I stopped caring. I thought once Robert retired, he'd be home all the time, so I tried to get him used to helping with housework. But that only made him more annoyed. "Dinner's too simple lately, don't you think?" he said. "Well, you better get used to it. That's how life's gonna be soon," I replied. "Are you seriously going to make me eat this kind of food every day after I retire? I used to cook 2 good dishes, but now I have to save money." "You're just trying to keep it easy, aren't you?" Honestly, he wasn't wrong there. Make me something else right now. I'm not eating this. Come on, I don't have any more ingredients. Then go buy some. Lately, something's off with you. Why are you suddenly complaining about the housework? You never used to. I guess it's because I spoiled you all these years. That's why I'm sick now. I had no idea what he meant. Was he just getting crankier with age? Or was something wrong with his health? I talked to my son and daughter about it. They're both in their 40s, married with kids of their own. Robert's dad is 67, but I never heard he got like this. Well, Dad never did housework, but he wasn't arrogant. I remember he used to play with me a lot. You took care of everything at home for us, Mom, right? That's right. Now that I have kids of my own, I get how hard it was. Thanks, Mom. Is Dad acting weird? Could he be cheating or something? Don't be silly. He retired at 64. No way. Just joking. Don't worry, you can visit me any time if you feel down. My kids would love to see you. Me too. My boys would be happy. I felt so lucky to have grown kids who are caring and dependable. But something felt off. Robert was about to retire, yet he sometimes came home late. I couldn't ignore it. So, I hired a private investigator. And sure enough, Robert was having an affair. His girlfriend was a woman just a few years younger than me. I thought he wasn't cheating, so finding out hit me hard. Robert made me sick, or rather, disgusted. When I told my kids, they were disappointed. My son was shocked. I said, I kind of expected this. Divorce was the only option I could see. I started looking for a new apartment, just in case he kicked me out. Most places wouldn't rent to me because of my age, so it took a while. Finally, I signed a lease just as Robert was about to retire. The day he retired, he called me into the living room. What do you want to talk about? I asked. Sit down, he said, grinning. You're useless to me now. Let's get a divorce. I'll take all the retirement money, probably over $250,000. You're not going to ask for any, right? I couldn't believe it. He went on, it's your fault. You skip housework, make excuses, and act like you're too good for it. I calmly said, okay, then send me the divorce papers. What? You heard me. Divorce. Surprised. Yeah, I want a divorce. And the retirement money is mine. No splitting property. Robert looked shocked, like he didn't expect me to agree so easily. Oh, here. I already filled out the papers. I took them, quickly filled my part, and said, I'll file this tomorrow. Then I started packing my things. Leaving now. Do you have anywhere to go? Do I have to answer that when I'm leaving? He stammered. You just said yes so fast. I ignored him and finished packing. I pulled the suitcases out and told him, I'm leaving. Oh, you got ready so fast. Take a look at this, I said, placing the evidence of his affair on the table. His face went pale. I'm talking to my lawyer about alimony and everything else. What? He was speechless, barely hearing me. I smiled quietly, then moved into my new apartment. Since then, I've ignored all his calls and emails. Through my lawyer, I filed for alimony against Robert and the woman he cheated with. He probably planned to leave me after retirement and marry her. I think he stressed me out on purpose to push me to divorce him. But he didn't expect to get caught. Robert's lawyer told me he's upset about the alimony claim. I didn't want any property from him because I've worked too, sometimes earning money myself. My family owns a kimono store and a dressing school. I've known traditional dressing since I was a kid. Even after becoming a housewife, I taught kimono dressing part-time. Robert probably thought I was just helping my parents, but I was also paid to dress people for weddings and events. When I had kids, I used that money for their school. Now, I'm saving for retirement. Honestly, Robert never got promoted much. I doubt his retirement pay is really $250,000. I'm pretty sure my savings are more than his. If he were alone, retirement might be okay. But with alimony and remarriage, it'll be tough for him. Later, my kids told me Robert's girlfriend said, I thought I could live off his retirement, but he said no alimony. She only cared about his money. Now, Robert's alone and miserable. He invited his kids to live with him. They said no. Who wants to care for someone who betrayed his family? Robert ended up completely lonely. As for me, I'm enjoying a peaceful life in my new place. I'm busy with my hobbies, traveling, and getting ready for my kimono instructor job. I see my kids and grandkids often. We have lunch together and sometimes travel. Even though I live alone, I'm never lonely. And I plan to enjoy every day going forward. Thanks so much for sticking with me till the end. If you enjoyed this, please give us a high rating and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.